With your natural 20, Althea, you are able to kind of hear. First of all, a silence in a giant space, like in a giant structure like this, is a bit off-putting. But within that silence, you're starting to hear the movement of something very large, like footsteps, but not like footsteps of a giant creature, really, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna. Is everyone? No one's moving around, right?
No one's moving around in this room currently. Like, you're all just in like basically a 20-foot by 20-foot room, standing, waiting to go forward. So no one in this room is moving.
Okay, I'm gonna like alert everyone. Like, I'm gonna like reach my hand and be like, "Everybody, stop!" Like, we need to figure out like what's ahead before we move forward.
Absolutely. And as everyone's like really, really, really silent, and I'm sure you're kind of like making your way into this bare hallway. You don't see anything in this hallway. There's nothing there. Even with Boston's like detect magic, that's basically kind of always up, you know? You're not seeing anything here. And as you kind of approach the end of this hallway, you are starting to realize that it sounds kind of like pacing. But just a creature that is way, way, way too large to make sense for it to be a person's footsteps. But it does kind of seem rhythmic, and it seems like it's happening over the same patch of like, it's not like someone wandering the entire castle. It's like someone walking a specific path back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, like a guard or something, like a set path. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do.
Do we want to send Sven invisible to scout?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Cool.
All right.
Let's do that.
I get Sven out again from being, temporarily dismissed, like, see you on the other side.
Right.
And I summon him again, and I would like to kindly ask him to scout out ahead for us. And then I will look through his eyes with the Pact of the Chain investment that I have.
Incredible. Great. So he's kind of takes off down this hallway, what's left of it, up these stairs. It's just like a set of stairs that just goes upwards. A pretty good amount of length. Like, you get the idea that you're ascending from the basement to what would be like the main floor of this castle. And you come up into kind of like a side door that comes into, very quickly you realize what was described as this throne room. It's a long hallway, and invisibly, Sven does see this large dragon, bronze, pacing, and
Daddy?
invisibly from about like 60, once it gets to like 60 feet away, you see the dragon see Sven.
Oh no!
Despite his invisibility,
I temporarily dismiss him again. And resummon him here, and I'm just like,
roll a quick, roll a d20 and add your charisma. So a charisma check.
All right, charisma check.
Just want to see how quick on the draw you are with it.
Oh boy.
14.
14. Okay. You dismiss Sven and you bring him back. And like, when you bring him back, you see Sven like flinching backwards as if he was like about to just get hit by something wherever he previously was. And he looks at you and he stares you down. What is wrong with you?
So many things.
Oh.
But you're alive, and that's what matters.
I'm kidding. I love you. I'd do it again for you.
I know.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
It's okay.
And
I love you,
I just
Boston.
I
Pats you on the head.
I get patted. And I'll just open my little breast pocket and I'm like, you're done. Don't worry about it. Thank you.
Flies on in.
Mhm. So I turn to the group and I go, so that's a dragon. Was it bronze?
Yeah, it was bronze. Also, since that occurrence happened, you no longer hear footsteps above you anymore. Like that pacing.
Oh.
Great.
Oh.
It sees through invisibility.
At least we know what it is.
We know what it is, and it knows a small little guy is here.
Yeah.
Right.
Fantastic.
Do you head on up to the throne room?
No. Oh my god.
I
no.
would like to, as an action, drink a potion, please.
Yeah, I need some rest, bro.
We need resting.
Bro.
What do you mean go up to the throne room?
Yo,
Torturing us.
isn't a short rest like an hour?
A short rest is an hour.
I don't know if we have that kind of time before like anyone else comes to look for us.
You can try.
I would like to try.
Oh god.
I will have, because everyone needs the rest. I'll have Bowie keep watch. Let me run that really quickly. Perception. Plus proficiency bonus times 2. What's the proficiency bonus? 4, so plus 8. Okay, cool. Did everyone take your short rest? In terms of dice, do you want me to do what I did last time? And help everybody add their stuff?
I have a question about the hit die. Like if I
Yeah.
used 5 last time, does that mean I only have 5 left?
Yeah, so you could use 5 again.
Okay, I'll use 5 again.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll 5d8.
Oh my god.
So 21 plus 10 is 31 points to yourself.
Okay. It's a little better.
Oh, I didn't realize that they would all show up separately.
Yeah, I'm realizing how you're supposed to do this now, and it's so I don't know why they made it this way. What was wrong with them?
On phone, it's pretty easy. It's like marking off a spell slot.
That's nice.
I don't know what it is like on PC though.
You have to click each individual die.
Oh.
I'm just doing Margie's really quick so I can help other people.
You do this.
Okay, Margie's like 4 points from full. Manaki, how many are you using for your rest? Are you using
40, 10 plus 12, so that is going to be 23.
Gorgeous. Yep.
I'm at 88, so I am
Margie will cast. She'll cast Cure Wounds on you at 2nd level. So you gain an additional 20 points of healing. That was the best Cure Wounds I've ever rolled in my life. Jeez.
No,
is that on me?
That is like almost
dog.
max. Holy shit.
Okay, I'm at 1008, 1008, 108.
Beautiful. Perfect. So that's 3 from Max. Althea, what are we at for you?
Such a good cure wounds, you know, it's 1,000 hit points.
I'm at 59 and a 73.
Okay. Margie will do a first level Cure Wounds on you. That is 9 points of healing for Althea. Do you want me to do another
Thank
one,
you.
or do you think that's good?
I think that's fine.
Okay. And then Boston, how are you doing?
I short rested. I'm good. I have
Okay.
3 missing hit points now, but that's fine.
Incredible. Bowie's back to full health as well. Bowie kind of does a couple of things during this rest. The ad break is finished. Perfect.
Welcome
After
back.
this, after the as you guys are short resting, Bowie, first of all, is kind of taking a bit of a listen around, but also does kind of float up and down these stairs, not ever like looking into the throne room or breaching like what he thinks is like dangerous or anything. But he does take a look around. At the end of the short rest, do you want him to do a little peek through the door in the throne room?
If you want to, but I
mean,
I feel like at this point
I can just resummon him with a spell slot. So it really isn't like the worst thing in the world if he gets destroyed.
Okay.
He takes a look into the throne room. First of all, doesn't see a dragon in there. Pretty difficult to miss. But he does see that the entirety of the space is now like lit up magically when it wasn't before. When Sven went up there, it was like mostly dark. The second thing that Bowie sees is a bunch of dead bodies. Something that Sven didn't like quite have the like presence to see because he was faced with a literal dragon. There are piles of bodies taller than anyone here.
Oh boy.
And also there is also a figure a bit too far away for Bowie to see, but there is looks like a figure sitting in the throne itself.
Oh.
And that's what Bowie sees when Bowie makes their way back to you.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we? Okay.
Manaki, at this point, you hear in the back of your head a message comes to you magically, and you hear like a deep male voice just say, "I know you're down there, son. I'd love to have a chat."
Okay. Are you going to cliffhanger us, or would you like me to respond?
You can respond. I have a better cliffhanger ahead.
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh boy.
I think Manaki turns to Margie and says, like, do you have that copper, like, talking device that
you know
that you have, like,
in the way that he messaged you, you have 25 words to reply back to him.
Okay, yeah, this is separate from that.
Oh, yeah, she does technically. She does say that she has to see them to be able to send a message to them.
No, I don't want it to be to him.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, she does have.
I want it between us. Yeah. Okay. Can Margie set that up with like all of us, or is there a limit on how many people she can do?
Between two people. Just between two people.
Okay. Then can it be between Margie and Manaki?
Yeah, Margie casts a little spell with her copper wire and says, "Hi," in your head.
She's so whimsical.
Oh my god, I love Margie. Okay, cool. I'm going to say just to Margie alone. I don't want the others to hear this at all.
I love to eavesdrop though.
I'm.
I'll do my best.
You guys won't be able to. We're telepathically talking to each other right now.
True.
What do you mean you'll eavesdrop? You're in my head.
Eavesdrop on your mind.
Yeah, she crawls into my ear because she's so petite and dainty.
It's true.
It's just like you just see like Margie and I like staring very intensely at each other. Okay. Manaki is going to say, "Don't react with what I'm about to tell you right now.
Okay.
This is important that you keep this between the two of us."
Mm-hmm.
But I just received a message from my father, similarly to this, and he wants to meet and to talk. And then I'm going to wait for Margie and see if she reacts.
Margie will like very straight faced. Wait, hold on. Is she very straight faced? Let's find out. Deception check. Oh, okay. She's pretty good. She just says in your head, Manaki, I know that you want to protect everyone here, but also remember that the whole point of us being here is so that we can help you get out the other side of this, and we can help all of the people here and this entire city come out on the other side of this. The whole point of us being here is to help you fight through this, whatever this is going to be. We're the keepers of the between, and we have something to do here. I feel it. So whatever you're about to say, know that.
Okay. Manaki, I think, is already had that feeling, and it was very validating to hear Margie kind of commit herself to the cause and kind of validate that. It kind of doesn't change his conviction because he's going to say, "Good, because I need your help with what I'm about to do, and
All right.
I need you to be discreet about this, and I need the others to not catch on, but I need you to lead them, because I'm going to face him on my own, but I need you guys to come in afterwards. If I can get him to drop his guard, or if I can get him to think that it's just me, or maybe just one other person, I think that we would have a better chance at this fight. And if we can get maybe our stealthiest to come in after to get some kind of advantage, that's going to be the most ideal, which is why I'm talking to you privately about this, because I need you to help me get the others on board with this, because that's going to be very difficult to convince them to let me go in by myself."
What if I could convince them to have you go in with one person and me and someone else go around invisibly? I can make two people invisible.
Perfect.
You could get the element of surprise that way. If I feel like that's along the lines of what you were saying.
Yeah. There's no way in hell that Manaki's wanting to do this on his own. Just to make it very clear.
Who
So
do you
I
want
think that
to be with you?
I think Manaki kind of glances over both at Althea and then at Boston, and a few things are kind of like running in his mind about the whole situation, but I think ultimately he would prefer to have Boston with him when he enters that room.
Right.
And ideally, I would like Sven to also be out as well with Boston.
Yeah, well, that's a question. That's a discussion with you and Boston, but
Yep.
cool. So me and Althea invisible.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I'm ready to help convince,
Cool.
but I think you got to start the charge here.
Okay. I'm going to like kind of, I don't know what the others are doing. Althea, Boston, what are you guys doing at the moment?
I think like maybe like in the silence, I'm just like Boston's going to just like stand there, having learned message from Margie. He has like the bronze in his pinky finger, so he just stands there, like points at Althea. He's like, "So, you good?" Like messages into her head.
I love it.
Althea's like, you know, a little shaken. Althea's quiet. Althea's hiding behind, honestly, anyone she can at this point, but also keeping a very tough front.
I've got you. I
Okay.
practice the healing word. I've got you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're not
Literally
going down.
behind Boston.
Yes. I just like have this like he's still standing and he just like puts his hand on her shoulder like that basically. Like not even like lifting it up basically.
Wow.
So that's what
She's so
they're doing.
little.
That's what they're doing. Like just a reassuring like shoulder squeeze.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you guys know you're like about to face like a
Yeah.
crazy thing, so like of course you're having a
Literally.
moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I'll
Okay.
give Boston a small little squeeze.
Oh shucks. Oh shucks.
That's all that matters to him.
Relationship +1.
Literally relationship +1.
Manaki.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Althea and Boston, and like kind of glaze over their little hand shoulder thing, and then also kind of put my hand on top of Boston's, which is on top of Althea's tiny little shoulder, and just kind of squeeze as well, and say, so Margie and I spoke.
Oh, I didn't notice. Sorry.
and we have something that you guys may not be super happy with, and we're gonna need your help. And I wouldn't ever ask of you guys to do anything that I honestly didn't think that you were capable of doing. If I'm being entirely honest, I would not have ventured this far alongside you all if I didn't respect you enough in battle, if I didn't think that you guys were strong enough to hold on your own, if I didn't think that you guys would be able to make it, I would have ditched long ago. I have standards, is what I'm trying to say. He's kind of like, this is his best attempt at rallying the troops, and it's a little bit awkward.
Not the awkward into battle speech. No, I'm just kidding. I love it.
No, it is.
Roll the
And he's
3
like-
on that fucking speech check.
Yeah, charisma, like it's a 3. Yeah. He's like, and then he says, I received a message just now from my father saying that he would like to chat and he knows that I'm here. And then before you guys get the chance to interrupt, he's going to be like, I know I may appear stupid sometimes, but even I'm not that dumb to go in it alone. And that's
Did
why I
he
spoke
say
to
you should
Margie.
go alone?
Well, no, but this is the thing. He only contacted me, obviously. Like, you guys would have responded in some kind of way, if not. So I think it's safe to assume that he thinks that probably I'm maybe the only one here, or maybe one of two. And I would like to convince him that it is just the two of us. And I would like your help in doing so. I think that the best strat that we have going forward is to split off, and then 2 people go invisible and get the advantage on him, and then 2 people face him head on. And Malaki turns to Boston and says, I would like you by my side as I confront my father and
Now-
speak to him for the first time.
Alfie has a question. This might be more of a DM question. Well, actually, so if the dragon saw Sven invisible,
That's what I'm worried about.
then that's what I'm worried about. Yeah.
Like I'll like Boston, like hearing that, he's like, I am with you all the way. I am joining you, but I'm worried about the girls because he saw Stefan invisible. I don't know if he's got true sight. Maybe if we can distract him enough, he won't notice. But
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Like we could
I can
have,
be distracted.
We could, yeah. We could be. I'll be quiet.
I have a few theories that I could toss around. I think that Monaki's father is the dragon, and I think that he can shapeshift into the drow. And so I think that if he's in his human form, he might not have all the abilities that he has as a dragon. That could be a reach. He could also have the same abilities. They could be separate entities. But considering that they're so like intertwined, I'm inclined to believe that he's just straight up a dragon. Kind of like that.
Straight into the camera. She fucking. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kind of like, you know, that Dragonborn that's in BD3 in the third act.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Like, yeah. So I think that this is Monaki's dad. I'm so sorry, Cass, if I'm like spoiling the end, or she's like laughing because she's like, "Wow, you guys are so far off."
I love when people speculate what's happening. It's my favorite.
Anyways, so I think that that's potentially the go. But I think that it's still worth a try, or at least instead of going completely invisible, you guys could just straight up try to like sneak instead. I think that true sight, I'm not sure how it works in D&D.
Yeah, we can think about the mechanics later.
Yeah, we can think about it later, but like I think that it's something along the lines of like, if you're invisible, that's when it like triggers their true sight, and then they can see, like, it kind of is like a beacon, like, oh, you're trying to be invisible right now. And so it draws their attention. I'm not entirely certain, like I'll have to check or get Cass to check, but either way it might be worth kind of having the girls hang back or wait for some kind of I don't know how to say it.
So it depends on like what ability like you think like you're thinking of. Like true sight.
We don't know what he has. We don't know if he has true sight or sees through illusions or stuff like that. So
yeah, there's also
all we
like
know is that invisibility
sight,
might not work.
which is something different.
That makes sense. There's so much. But yeah. We can think about the details later. I don't want to keep everyone here.
Yeah.
So I know people are very busy. But yeah. Now if you, and Boston turns his attention to Althea and Margie, if you are okay with taking that risk, it might be the best chance we have.
Althea, are you okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
Okay, cool. Then let's do it.
I can take that risk.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
I died before. I could die again.
Funny.
Please don't.
Oh, I'd rather you didn't.
Like that's literally Boston's breakdown. Please don't.
We all kind of grimace when she says that, like, don't remind us.
Like just again, like a firm little shoulder squeeze. Like you shouldn't talk about it so casually. It's a big deal.
Casually.
Cool. So you guys head up the stairs. Margie casts invisibility on herself and on Althea, and Manaki and Boston. You just kind of step into the space.
Yeah.
Is Sven out as well, or would you like him to not be here?
He's out. He's invisible. I would say that he's maybe
Sitting on your shoulder.
hanging. Would you like him okay? So like, well, as we were walking, I can message you. So like we could strategize while we walk. I'm like, do you want Sven near us or away?
Basically, if he's already seen Sven, I need him to know where Sven comes from, which is from you.
Okay.
And I don't think that he's going to necessarily like attack you or Sven like unprompted.
Okay.
But I need him to see that this is the only way that there was, some kind of scout. I want him to think that it's just the two of us. So if I can draw all that attention to just the two of us, that would be great, because that will give Althea and Margie more of a chance to be as stealthy as they can.
Cool.
You're so
Perfect.
smart, Manaki.
Kind of like, Just like,
You're
I have my
so
moments.
smart.
Like it just
By the
like
way, I did train in the military.
whoa. I never knew that about you.
Yeah. My 50 years.
You're 50?
I've got 20 up on you, youngin. Yeah.
And like
Wait, have we never had this conversation between Boston and Monarchy?
no.
No.
Whoa. Damn, little spring chicken. I feel like I'm anyways, as we're going up discussing this.
We're discussing like what? Okay, later. Like we're just like
guess
taking
actually
this thought
before-
and parking it away for later.
Yeah, but like, hold on a second. And then I remember, like, oh, I have to reply to him. And so I ask Boston, like, I think that I meant to send him a response. Like, should I send him a response, or should we just
Can you still?
walk in? What do you think?
The time
we
is
walk-
kind of
the
over and
time
done if
is
you wanted
gone.
to say anything. But if you wanted
Oh,
to,
really?
if you want to retcon and have said something, I mean, you get like, it's an instant response. So the way that sending works is you say 25 words to someone and they can instantly reply with 25 words. So if you wanted to say anything, you definitely can like retcon you said something. But if you didn't in
Okay.
that moment, then that's okay too. It's really up to you.
Okay.
Did you tell him anything when
Retcon,
he? Did you
right
tell him
before I
anything?
spoke to Margie.
Flashback.
Hang on, this is right before I even speak to anyone or Margie. So like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Manaki is just going to say. Does it have to be 25 words?
It doesn't have to be.
Like,
It can be or less.
altogether?
I mean, he only
Max.
said like 12, I think, to you or something. It's just 25
Oh,
max.
okay. Okay. 25 words.
I'll count them on my hand if you want while you talk.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm the last 5.
Oh my god, there's two ways that my brain wanna go. Monarchy would just say sure when. But me, honey, would say, of course, just let me know when works best for you. I'm flexible and happy to fit it into whatever timing
You're
you've
done.
got planned. I think that's 25. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's just gonna say sure when.
And all of you, like, right, probably a bit after you have your conversations, right? Like, you kind of are landing on what you're doing. All of your immediate conversations after, like, that message happened still occurred. And you probably would start to hear just like echoing throughout the space, like down the stairs coming from upstairs, you just hear this giant resounding magically enhanced now.
Oh,
Okay. Great. Let's go, Boston. I kind of like grab Boston's hand, I tug him along towards where this like resounding sound comes from. Are we like stood to like this door?
Yeah, you're basically
Like, what's the
gonna
scene?
yeah, so you are, let me pull up the map of the room.
Oh, we got a map.
Okay. That's fine. So this is the room. You guys are coming from where Althea is where the door is. So like you guys, like we're not on the map yet in theory because we're invisible.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, so behind the body of.
Yeah, you basically come
okay.
into a scene where like there's a bit of the area that was like to the left that's still more of this like hallway, but you are in this like pretty contained space. As you guys walk in, the three of you, including Sven, the throne room is pretty dark, but there's a white pale light that kind of pours lazily from magically lit sconces, creating long, eerie shadows over the long hall up to where the obsidian throne sits. Down the long, dark marble hall, there are corpses scattered throughout. At the entrance to the hall, the bodies are strewn about and scattered, but grow in numbers as the hall progresses to its focus. The hall at its end opens up to the stage, its throne, and a grandly designed room littered with death and gore. The throne itself sits below an elaborate chandelier, webs stretched across the ceiling, clearly made partially of real spiders' webs, while supported by thicker strands of pure silver which shine against the dim white light. Brighter orbs glow amongst the web, and it makes a bright white ceiling piece, while the area below is mostly dark black marble. A wide floor for performances, crowds, or displays is covered with piles of viscera, some standing taller than 8 feet tall in the mass of bodies in their piles. In the middle of it all, a raised platform about 2 feet up with a thin staircase leading up around all of the sides. On the platform surrounding the massive throne, the floor is covered in bronzed dragon scales, kind of just littered about. A portal flickers behind the throne as if it hasn't quite materialized, but energy is kind of flickering and building. Really quickly, as you guys step into this space, I'll have you roll a quick Arcana or Perception check, your choice. Althea and Margie, instead, I'll just go ahead and have roll a stealth check with advantage because we're invisible.
Arcana or Perception, you say?
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I got a 6.
Did you roll with advantage?
4s. No. I'm getting 4s on every one of my stealth rolls. Okay, thank God. I got a 19.
Margie got a 21, so between the two of you, you rolled pretty well on your stealth checks. I will kind of like leave us a little bit in this moment, and I'll describe what happens. Since we rolled good on stealth, that's all we need to know for now. We'll come back to us. But I will stick on the Boston and Menaki situation for a moment.
Perfect.
So,
Okay.
Arcana, we got a 5, but Perception, we got a 19 from Menaki, 5 from Boston on Arcana. As you're kind of looking at this portal, you do kind of notice a few things about it. Specifically with your perception check, Menaki, you realize that in its most intense moments, like where this portal is the most materialized, you see a mirrored throne room. A throne room clean of gore, mirrored in colors, so whites where it's black and blacks where it's whites in this design. But there's a lot less gore and viscera, but the entire space, as you can see it as it flickers, this image in the portal is destroyed by ruin. Arcana-wise, that's kind of all you get. Boston, where it's just kind of like not quite fully ready. Like the portal is still kind of like booting up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or something is disrupting it. You're not quite sure what's going on with it. But sitting in the throne in this room, in this version of this city, in this throne, it's kind of carved out of black marble, again with this like white cracks along this black marble. But there sits a man, a drow, a pale blue-skinned drow with pale, straight, pure bronze-colored hair whose length hangs down over his knees and down towards the floor. He has this dragon scale armor, bronze dragon scale armor, and then also bronze scales running up, again, his arms and legs and chest, and even at his face at this point, you see them. His clothes, skin, and hair are all spotless compared to the gore that's kind of covering everything in this room. Do you guys kind of step out into the main area here?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
Menaki walks out, from behind the pile of bodies.
Yep.
And I would say he kind of maybe like as he's like kind of watching his father and he's like taking in everything about him, his steps are kind of like light in a way that he doesn't even realize that he's kind of moving himself forward, and he brings himself up like probably about halfway up to the room, and he kind of just like stops before this pool of blood, and he just calls out like, "Father."
Hello, son. So
Oh my God.
wonderful to see you
That's
after
my
all
dad.
these years.
My dad.
My dad!
Menaki is in that moment, like, I would say that like he's not even so much like feeling anything. Like it's kind of like a out of body experience for him almost.
Yeah.
Like he sees himself in this man. Like he doesn't. And the thing is, even though he's surrounded by like death and gore and obvious violence, like it's not something that is like triggering for him. It's not something that he's finding shocking. He's looking at his dad and all he sees is just like power and like potentially like this kind of like almost like calming feeling kind of like overwhelms Monarchy a little bit or like kind of rolls over him a bit. And I think that he sees so much of himself in him and it's not something that's unappealing to him, but that in itself he's kind of like confused about. He's like, why? Maybe I should be afraid of him, but like I think that like Monarchy's always kind of wanted a father. Like he's now up facing him, but there's something about him at the same time that he knows. Like he was feeling so much rage before when he was talking with his mother, but like he doesn't feel like he's got that anymore. So he approaches a bit more towards him and he asks his dad, why did you leave me? Why didn't you ever come find me before?
Well, son. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Oh boy.
I think Monarchy is like kind of nods to himself and he's like, yeah, that makes sense. He's like, my name is Monarchy.
Manaki.
What's your name?
Oh, interesting. My name. No one's asked me that in quite a long time.
Well, can we have it?
Yeah. Haha, no, you cannot have my name. That's a tricky little trick. That's a little silly little ask in the Feywild. No, how about this? You all call yourselves the Keepers of the Between. Why not call me the Destroyer of the Between? The Destroyer. That sounds pretty good. For all those years ago, Manaki, I needed an anchor. And that turned out to be you. And having my own flesh and blood be growing was beneficial to me, actually. As you grew and as you found yourself doing whatever it is you do, I found myself growing in power alongside of you. And I even visited you once, a long time ago, in the village you grew up in. I remember a squirrel. Oh, he was funny. Anyway, sorry. I don't get to talk to people very often, but I'm just so happy that you caught up with me, that you're finally here to witness what I have been planning for years and years. This power that I have tied to you has been growing and growing and incubating. I cannot believe that I am finally here where the planes meet at the heart of this city. Two planes at once, existing almost on the same exact point. Now that's what I call a vulnerability. I think in just a few moments here, this portal will be complete. And the beginning of the unraveling of the between can finally commence. With this portal, I plan to destroy the connection between the planes altogether. And with the chaos that ensues, beings like me will thrive. Now, Manaki, I was hoping at this point you would join me, even. Father and son. What do you think? What do you say?
Manaki is kind of like nodding his head a little bit, and he's like looking at the ground, and he like approaches more, I would say, like maybe curiosity getting the best of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think the sounds of something otherworldly has never like appealed to him before, but hearing the way that his father speaks to him, like charismatic almost,
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though it's so fucked up, and he knows it, even though he knows it's so wrong, he can't help but feel kind of drawn to that as well. Like, and I think maybe call it bias as well, but like, he's always been looked down upon in his entire life. He's a drow. He's disgusting. Like he's been, you know, at the end of blades purely because of his skin. He's been treated like scum. Even in their own village that he grew up in, other children berating him all day. Walking through town was a mission, wasn't a simple task for him. It was something that he had to battle each day. And even though he received love from his orc parents and his mothers, and even though it filled him with so much joy, like there was always this gaping hole that he had that was never filled with anything. And it was sorrow. It was despair. Like he's never felt that feel before. And hearing his father's words, he can't help but feel that whole feel. And so he walks closer to his father.
Okay.
And he's now up on this platform.
Yeah.
Not super close because he's afraid that maybe he'll take that as the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want his father to be disappointed in him. He doesn't want him to think that he's there to harm him because really he just wants to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that while he's listening to this speech of his father, he can't help but think about his mother at this point. Why did you do this to her? Did you ever love her? Did you ever what did she do that was so wrong? Why can't we bring her with us as well?
He kind of like chuckles a bit. Do you mean your mother? I mean, she was a means to an end, Manaki. To you. I needed her royal blood, and I needed her royal access to plant the seeds of the destruction of her home. Pretty cruel, but I mean, it was worth it in the end. To be fair, what's going to happen to everyone seems a bit cruel once all the planes are no longer separated. But it'll be pretty beautiful in the end, if you ask the right people. We don't need her.
Anarchy.
Go ahead.
I think he feels like this pain kind of like in his heart when he hears that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think part of it is kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of like apathy almost.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, he's just met her. And even she abandoned him. In his eyes, he can't help but feel that way. He approaches further, now looking at like the bronze scales on his like, where is it on him? Like on his face, on his
It's
neck.
everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's like
Everywhere.
anywhere there's like shadow, like anywhere there's like any skin that is like large enough to house like a scale, there's pretty much scales on him.
Manaki confesses. And he says, I started growing scales across my body 5 years ago. And it's only spread since then. And I have been so scared about this. And I don't want to be scared about this anymore. I feel weak and I feel pathetic. But I
If
want to be
it's okay,
strong.
I would like to cast message into Monaki's head, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, finish your thought here, honey, and then we'll do the message in just a half a second.
I
You
think
were saying you don't wanna be
Monarchy,
weak.
yeah, Monarchy is kind of like, just his hands have like this slight tremor to them,
Absolutely.
you know? And he's like looking at his hands and he's looking at his dad's hands. And he's just like, I don't know what I am. I don't know what you are. And then he says, how can I be strong like you?
And I'll not respond for a moment here. Boston, what do you say to Manaki in this message?
At this point, Boston, he's just been like trying to stand back, trying to give Manaki the opportunity to get his thoughts out, but at this point he is like starting to feel like this is a genuine threat to just humanity as a whole. So he,
Yes, I will
as he
say for
rubs
you,
his
Boston,
face,
clearly, like the entire point of what the warden does, the entire point of what your group has been doing, the entirety of its existence, is to stop things a fraction as dangerous as this.
so yeah,
This
as
is the greatest threat you've seen.
yeah, so Boston like kind of like rubbing his face to like hide the somatic component. He's just like, please tell me you're not considering this Manaki.
That's so funny. Monarchy would rather kill himself than to be aligned with this guy. And so Monarchy is just saying back to him, like, please just trust me.
Hell yeah. Cool. Also, Althea, because of I've been moving us around stealthily throughout this scenario, can you just give me an Arcana check?
Mm-hmm. There it is. 13.
Okay, perfect. Great. Oh, that was Althea. Wait, did I do that on me? I did. Okay. Huh. Cool. Althea, Margie. Oh, shucks. Boston, can you give me another Arcana check since we're a bit into it and you've also
Will
gotten closer to the portal?
Arcana coming right up. Is
Not
that...
the natural 20!
He's locked the fuck in. He's like, what are you doing with between? He's locked in.
He's locked in. Perfect. You are starting to put pieces together, Boston, and you get the idea that this portal not only is opening between these two places, but this portal is going to give this being access to all planes, like basically simultaneously. Once this portal is complete, he can access anywhere, and everywhere is vulnerable because it exists, and because you also, with your natural 20, get the idea that this portal is tied to him. He has access to it wherever he goes. It doesn't remain, if that makes sense. This is like 100 tiny cracks in a giant glass pane, and like he just has to tap the middle of it for all of it to shatter. So this portal is forming. Manaki asks you to trust him. Margie, and Althea are like in this corner. And remind me, Manaki, yes, I'm so sorry I missed it. I can't remember the question you just asked to your father. It was...
I asked him like 2 questions. I said, like, as I'm looking at my hands and I'm looking at his, which are like covered in scales and mine aren't yet, I ask him, like, what am I? And how can I be strong like you are?
He kind of looks you up and down, and he kind of smiles. Give me a deception check as you're talking to him.
See, this is why I didn't want to say anything, Boston, because I was trying to deceive the DM and not the actual person.
You are technically deceiving him, though, so technically Cass would be able to feel it.
I'm gonna trick my DM into forcing us not to use the mechanics of the game we're playing. That's fun. 6. Okay, perfect. He, at this point, to be fair, I rolled an insight check that wasn't very good either. You can tell that he is still on guard. The thing that he's been trying to do for years at this point, you don't even know how many years past the inception of you. So in theory, he's still on guard, but it's not like he's guard against you, because he also sees Boston clearly brandishing a symbol of the Keepers of the Between, which you don't know how much he knows about the Keepers of the Between, but you do know that that symbol holds and carries weight in terms of what they do. But as you're kind of standing in front of him, he doesn't reach out to touch you. In fact, like every time you've taken a step closer, he like will take a half a step back before like regaining his ground. The idea that he's trying to not show that he's a bit wary of you for whatever reason that is. You're not quite sure. But you ask, like, what are you? How do I be like you? And he smiles and nods. Well, if you truly want to be like me, it takes a lot of sacrifice. A long, long time ago, I was faced with a choice. Destroy everything to gain power. And I did. I had a family once. They are long, long gone at my hands, to be quite honest. And if you want to be like me, I need you to do the same. I know by the way he looks at you. You and Boston are close. Help me kill him, and you can come with me. And as you're standing there, you kind of look over your shoulder at Boston. And as Boston, you're kind of like looking up at this scene, these two drow that look so similar, though there are differences. You start to see the drow, the destroyer, you start seeing him change. The drow's bronze hair kind of starts to ripple as if caught in a current, strands rising and hardening into glimmering metallic spines. His skin fractures, glowing cracks of molten gold racing along his veins as his pupils slit and widen into pools of lightning. Scales surge outward, swallowing the soft blue of his flesh beneath a storm-bright sheen. His armor fuses to his expanding form, plates melting into a single living shell. Fingers lengthen into talons. His voice warps into the cracking hum of thunder. Wings erupt from his back in a burst of bronze light. And with a final tremor on the ground beneath him, the drow is gone, and in his place coils a bronze dragon, eyes alight with the fury and drive to finally unravel his long-formed plan of pure destruction and terror. And Manaki, you look up at this adult dragon And he looks down at you again, and you hear out of his mouth, boom. Are you with me, or are you against me? Choose.
And that's where we're going to end because Mary needs to leave.
I agree. I love it.
Perfect.
That's my cliffhanger.
Got it.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Ah, round of applause. The DM, fantastic.
Fuck me. That was literally that was a really cool description when he changed, guys. I was like
Fucking
literally oops.
I have
There he is. on the map.
Oh, fuck.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Boogie woogie woogie.
Yeah. That's it. That's all we got.
That was really good. That was really well done.
Oh.
That was fucking fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Mary, do you have to skiddly dip like right now?
I do have
Or-
to skiddly dip.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Thank
you so much for
Bye,
being here.
guys. I love you. I'll be listening on my phone.
Bye, I love you.
Yes, we're
Mwah.
finishing up stream here. Bye, I
Perfect.
love you.
Bye.
Bye bye. And she's gone.
Wow.
Oh, which means that I need to also move Honey around.
I cast invisibility.
She is gone.
I'm going.
Round of applause for Cass, for Honey, for genuinely tricking me here, because I too thought, like, are they in cahoots? Is this pre-planned?
I know your fucking face the entire time.
I'm just like, what?
I was like, girl, come on now, be serious.
I don't know, maybe you were planning a dramatic exit. I don't know. Invisibility super effect, literally. Oh my god.
I mean, there's always
okay.
next session where I can betray you.
Yeah, technically he hasn't chosen yet.
I know.
I just thought that
Listen.
would be like absolutely like nuts if I were to just be like, anyways, that's all, folks. Which, speaking of which, we do need to wrap up.
Yes, we do indeed. Where are you over here? Oh, there you are. I have to like look for you in the screen share. There you go.
Ah, she's dragging my body around.
I mean, if anyone can, it's your wife. With consent.
Oh my god. One of the three.
I
You
knew
were
we'd be cutting
scared?
it close
I
if
was-
if we did like that sequence. So sorry, we were right on the end of the time we needed to be done.
Thank
all
you
good.
all for taking the time and for just investing so much of your attention, your time, and your love into this campaign. And that goes for Cass, our DM, having made this, and for everyone else going along with it. It goes to chat as well for being here and for shitting our pants collectively with us.
I love you, chat.
Love you, chat. Thank you so much. And I've dropped like a million billion shout outs, but I can't give enough of them. That is not a shout out. That is whoever SO is, a shout out to you. I would like everyone to go follow Cass because you're going live in 50 minutes.
Yep.
She's
I
going
have
live in
50
50
minutes.
minutes with more D&D.
But it might be less.
So,
I have to update my graphics or my graphics.
so
whatever.
we're going to be helping her out with that. But if you want to see more D&D, if you haven't had enough, go follow Cass, who's going live on her channel in 50 minutes. Thank you. And if you want to,
there.
and if you
Halloween
want some
one
of
shot,
the
baby.
hell yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna be there. You know that I am. I'm gonna sit there. I'm seated. And if you if you want to follow my wife Honey May, she is also over here. She is slowly figuring out like streaming and all that. I took a little break. You said that you might come back.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I'm just sick at the moment. So
Exactly.
next month
So-
I'm full swinging.
First, we get better because we need to thrive. Thank you for the
Yes.
Thank you for those titties.
You're welcome. Don't worry about it.
How did I get on one? I have no idea. But yeah, and of course Meru as well, who has had to leave because she is also cutting it very close today. This was a tight schedule. This was the only day that we could. So thank you again so much for being
Thank
so
you, Mary,
flexible.
you're the best.
Thank
All of you. I love all these ladies. They're my wives for a reason. And I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna raid out, but I need to find someone, of course. So if you need to leave,
have a
do your thing.
target if you'd like.
If you have a suggestion, I would love to hear it.
Oh, my first suggestion has gone offline, but my second suggestion is still here.
Lamau.
So, I don't know how well you know them.
Ooh. I do. Ho. All right, thank you. Oh, I see another suggestion coming in potentially. It was a great stream. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry that we couldn't really chat. It's really difficult to do so when we are, you know, engaged in the game.
Nah, don't apologize. That's the standard, guys.
That's true. That's true. I'm not going to apologize. I mean, I'm apologizing out of courtesy.
Yes, exactly. We
So
still
yeah.
love you, no matter how far apart we are.
Yes, 15 hours of time zones. All right, we are going to raid Tiz Fizzy, who is currently doing a first playthrough of The Last of Us, and coincidentally, people in chat are currently talking about D&D. So how funny would that be if we raid in right into that? Like, you called?
We were doing D&D.
So let's very quickly find a raid message.
Did somebody
y'all
say
meant-
D&D? I don't
Did
care.
someone say
love it.
D&D? All right, did someone say D&D? And then we're gonna go Boston titties for the subscribers, and we're gonna go pew 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 for everyone else
Yeah.
because we love the pew pew pew. This is such a good suggestion. Thank you so much, honey. I have no brain at the moment. So yeah, if you want to keep up with the Keepers of the Between, if you want to catch up, if you haven't seen everything yet, everything is on my YouTube, which includes the one shot that Cass did with Honey and with Meru. The one shot for Boston's backstory is coming sometime in the future. We will find out.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna play an 8 Wisdom Druid, and I'm shitting my pants and excited. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna check my booty because I need that.
That booty. Oh, my god, it's
hell
such a
yeah.
good booty.
The best booty. I mean, I am sharing my booty with all of my wives. Thank you, mods, for helping with the chat. Thank you, Game Over, for posting the follower message. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you next time.
Bye. Love ya.
Bye.